Hi, here is Liprandi, and here we have some of the wonderful toys and toy cars that came with the Topolino magazine over the years. These 4 came between 2001 and 2003, so all of these toys are already over 20 years old. But first, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel, click on the blue button Liprandi, and like this video, we are reviewing our huge collection of vintage toys. Topolino is the Italian name for Mickey Mouse, and it is also the title of the most popular comic book magazine here in Italy since 1949. Every week, the magazine delivers new Italian-made stories involving classic Disney characters from Mousetown and Duckburg. The style of these stories is inspired by the work of Carl Barks, and it is also similar to what we see in DuckTales. The one of giving away simple gadgets and toys is an old tradition for the magazine since the 1960s. Towards the end of the 1990s, those gadgets became toys, and by the early 2000s, very complex and fully functional action figures, vehicles and playsets have been made exclusively for the Topolino magazine. So let's start from the character that represents the whole world of Disney. Here we have Mickey Mouse's car, or should we say, l'auto di Topolino. This toy came all at once, just paying a little extra over the price of the single issue of the Topolino magazine in 2001. Here in Italy, Mickey Mouse's car and Donald Duck's car are very well known by their license plates, so 113 is Mickey Mouse's car. And this toy looks exactly as if it came out, as if it emerged from the pages of a Topolino magazine story. The car came with a Mickey Mouse figurine, which is quite well detailed, fully painted, made in a hard rubber. It looks great. Sadly, it is in a fixed sitting position, so it will be able to drive the car, but it cannot walk around Mousetown. So Mickey Mouse can be put inside his car from the side, and here we have him driving around this beautiful 113. We have a transparent windshield and a leather-like texture on the seats. And on the front we have 2 realistic-looking lights that don't actually light up. Mickey Mouse's car has got rubber tires and a pullback motor, so we just have to charge it quite well and let it go. In the same year, 2001, with 4 regular issues of the Topolino magazine plus a special one, we got the parts to put Donald Duck's car together. L'auto di Paperino, Donald Duck's car, is known in Italy as the 313. Just like Mickey Mouse's car, this one also came with a removable Donald Duck plastic figurine, which looks great. It is fully painted and well detailed. This one also is in a fixed sitting position. It is not movable, but at least this one is able to stand up on its own. The scale is the same as Mickey Mouse's, so we can play with both of them together. Donald Duck's car is very popular here in Italy, and this toy looks exactly as the one that we have always seen on the pages of Topolino. This one also has got realistic looking lights, rubber tires, and a leather-like texture on the seat. The figurine can be put in the car as if it was holding the steering wheel, like so. And we can open the trunk to reveal an additional seat for Howie, Dewey and Louie. We don't have 3 full independent figurines for them, but at least we have a fully painted block. And when inserted, it looks as if the 3 of them were sitting back there together. The 313 also has got a pullback motor, so we just have to pull it back a few times and release it. I like the fact that these toy cars don't run very fast, and they make a nice noise that recalls the one of an old engine. The following year, in 2002, all at once with 1 issue of the Topolino magazine, just paying a little extra money, we got Uncle Scrooge's limousine. This is another great looking toy with bright colors that brings to our 3D real world the style of those pages. On the front we have realistic looking lights, they don't light up actually, and a dollar symbol. On the back we have a spare tire, and the license plate is actually a dollar bill. The car came with 2 fully painted and detailed figurines for Uncle Scrooge and his loyal butler Battista. These figurines are not movable and they are sculpted in a fixed sitting position, so they will look nice inside the car. Also, they are not in the same scale as Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck from the previous year. So Scrooge will be sitting in the back while Batista will be driving here in the front. We have transparent windshield and windows even here in the back. And just like the other ones, this limousine also came with a pullback motor, so we just have to pull it back a few times and release it. And the following year, in 2003, all at once with one issue of the Topolino magazine, just paying a little extra money, we got Goofy's car. His is one of those very old cars from the early 20th century, which needed to be started with a crank. And we know that everything about Goofy is always messy, so we have a wooden board instead of the front bumper. The hood is kept shut with a leather belt. We have an old trumpet and some metal patches on the side, and the trunk is literally a trunk tied to the rest of the car. A padlock closes the right door, and on the back we have a lifesaver instead of a spare tire. The license plate reads Yak, which actually here in Italy is red Yuk. This toy car is so rich in colors and funny details, and once again we have realistic looking lights in the front and in the back, and a movable transparent windshield. This car also came with a removable, fully painted and detailed Goofy figurine, which again is not movable, it is sculpted in a fixed sitting position, but at least he will be able to stand on its own. Goofy is not as big as it needed to be next to Mickey Mouse, but I guess that as a kid I would have played with them both together anyway. Now Goofy is sitting at the steering wheel, and once we are done admiring this beautiful toy we can start playing with it, because this one also came with rubber tires and a pullback motor, so we just have to charge it quite well and release it. So these are just 4 of the many interesting and complex toys that came with the Topolino magazine over the years. Many of them also had lights and sounds and electric motors. It's a wonderful collection of beautiful toys that allow kids to live the stories of the Topolino magazine. These toys are usually not very expensive here in Italy, but I guess they must not be really easy to find abroad. So we really hope that you discovered something interesting in this video. You had a way to see some beautiful and lesser known toys. And now please like this video, share it, subscribe to our channel Liprandi and comment down here below. We will reply to all of you. Ciao!